Rock your role as Ballot Counter. Let's do it. Now, what's in it for you? Of course, have you ever imagined or wished you had a place to practice your award presentation skills? Maybe at the Oscars, your company party, your birthday party, girlfriend, wife, partner. This is a place that allows you to practice and be good at it. And not only be good at it, excel, because we all know Toastmasters is a place to practice safely and get feedback. So in short, what's in it for you? As the Ballot Counter, you get to be the awards ceremony MC and get good at it. This is very important because as the Ballot Counter, you make the role real. If you come up on the stage, and this is an example of how you present an award. So I want to say the winner for Best Prepared Speaker is Bob. Round of applause for Bob. If you do it that way, the role doesn't become real. The award does not become real. It feels like this award is so little. But if you come in and say, oh my God, I was vouching for this next person because when he was talking about his family, the love in his life, I knew that he was the winner. And we all give a round of applause for Bob. And then the crowd is like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be here in this moment. What a moment to never be forgotten. So yes, bonus tip, when you award the winner, mention something about the individual or the speech itself. It shows you as the Ballot Counter are not just here to count polls, but you are here to make the moment special. Let's go through the flow of Ballot Counter. There's three main parts. The first one is counting the polls. Second one is presenting the award. And final one is finding a way to share the good news. Now, what you do want to do is you want to count the polls. Now, you want to figure out how you're going to count the polls before the meeting starts. Obviously, if it's an online meeting, you cannot have paper ballots. But don't wait until the last second, especially when the meeting has already started, and realize, oh, snap, I have a way, I don't know how to count the polls. So before the meeting starts, count the polls. And when you want to start counting the polls, don't wait until the meeting is about to end to mention to people to start voting. My favorite spot to mention about the polls or counting the polls or voting for the winners is just before the general evaluators report, because they usually have a lot of speaking to do. So it gives you enough amount of time to count the polls, and it's pretty normal because by then the prepared speakers, the table topics, and the evaluators have all already gone. Second thing, to the winners, do prepare something to give. You don't want to just come to the meeting as yourself. You are not a gift. The gift is what you give to the person. You can have a trophy, something memorable, a gift, a certificate, something to give to the winner. Obviously, if it's an online meeting, you want to go for an e-certificate. Do check how much time you have. Don't go over time. The Ballot Counter is usually the last thing on the agenda, which means that if there's not much time, people don't care about your great speech. They just want to go home. So check with your Tom. And finally, do figure out how you're going to share the news. If it's going to be a real life meeting, make sure someone takes photos and make sure you have the contact of the winner to give them the information, to share them the photo, as well as share it to the community, the Toastmasters community. Don't forget to smile. It doesn't matter how tired you are. If you are tired, when you're presenting, you have to be there, full 100% energy, and you cannot be monotone. All right, how to do your role in basic. It's always great to invite your president or somebody from the executive committee to take a photo with the winner. And also, if it's an offline meeting, a prop like a trophy says winner. You can have anybody take a photo with a trophy. Usually that signifies they won something. It's always great to have the Toastmasters banner behind them for good branding. For online meetings, you definitely want to go for certificates. Now you have either the option of having one certificate for the winner, one for table topic, one for best prepared speaker, and one for best evaluator. But you can also have everything in one slide. Have all the 3 winners in one slide. All right, how to elevate your role. Advance. The prize is the way to go. If you're gonna give a trophy, and that's great, you have to mention if you can take it home or not. So at the club that I belong to, UCTC, we usually have a trophy where the winner takes a photo with, not to take home, but just to be in the photo. Another good idea is pens. Why are pens great? That's because they will come home and they'll be writing on their pen from Toastmasters, and they'll be thinking about that moment that they won this pen. They won this pen. Another great one is snacks. Preferably homemade and healthy. Homemade just gives that much of an extra touch. And healthy, why not healthy? Because healthy, you want to give health to people. You don't want to give diseases. And finally, here's a great one for networking. Get your members to give you vouchers. So not only is it great for marketing for the business, but it also connects people in a greater way by giving a voucher unique to this meeting. So that is it, how to elevate your role. And if there's any questions, I forgot to pin the timer. So
it's all right.
Oh, Red, awesome.
Round of applause. I'm back. Round of applause, please, for Krishna Chieppa. This is how we do it. We do jazz hands in my club. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Questions. We have time for 1 or 2 questions. Please go ahead, unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and then ask the question.
I'll just add that the ballot counter role is probably the most exciting role and mostly overlooked. Don't think of it as an overlooked role. It is the most important role. If anything, second to the top. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's what you make of it, isn't it? It's what you make of it. All right, Jai has a question. Go ahead, Jai.
Hey, Jai.
Yes. First of all, thank you so much, Krishna, for that very entertaining, if I might ask that, take on a ballot counter's role and how to elevate it. Now, my question to you, Krishna, is something I noticed very prevalent for some reason in India, and Manoj might validate that. And the ballot counter would announce a result like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's table topic winner is, and there's a pause, and he goes, any guesses? And they do the same for speeches, and God forbid they do that even for speech contests. It happens. Ladies and gentlemen, the third place winner is, any guesses? Now, what is your take on this approach? I cringe because it creates a cardiac arrest for both the speaker and the one who didn't win or did win. So should they not just announce the results?
That is actually a great way to announce. I mean, I'm a big fan of variety. When you're able to announce winners in different ways, for me, that is gold. I would say try it once, see what the audience takes. And if they like it, then do it again. But if not, I'm a big fan of variety. When people come to a meeting and this time you get a prize of a certificate, next time you get a pen, next time you get a cookie, I love it, love it. So I would say, Jai, try it out, see what happens. That was actually good. I would definitely try it.
Thank you. Personally, I wouldn't do it as well, Jai. I find cringe because people, would shout names and then it's just. I like the drum roll. I like the drum roll where people say, "Give me a drum roll." Then
I'm sorry, I'm interjecting here. I meant.
Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jai. We can hear you.
I'm so sorry. I'm interjecting again here. I meant should that not be avoided? What I meant was I did not like that any guesses because the person who did not win feels bad if he didn't win, and everyone shouting his name, and the person who wins feels, oh, maybe I didn't deserve it.
It's almost like asking an audience poll.
Yeah, it's like asking the audience to call out names.
Should that not be done? I mean, don't do that. What was your take? Yeah.
Well, he has answered that he likes it. In fact, he described it
Krishna
as
did
gold.
not answer that because he
No.
did that many times.
No. What I said is I didn't like or dislike it. I like variety. So
He likes variety.
I would suggest to try it out, especially when you go to you only belong to one club usually. When you're able to bring in something new to the club, I would definitely go for it. So yes, for variety and trial and error. Then again, it comes back to your personal preference. For me, I'm a big fan for trying new things. It might work out in one club, might not work out in another club, but sometimes in real life, it's going with the moment. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to be emceeing for a non-Indian audience, for example, and they would love it. Maybe they would love it. They would like, ho ho ho, that is delicious. I love it. So I would
Right.
say trial and error. I would say trial and error.
Thank you very much.
Can I add
Wonderful,
something
Krishna. Yes, but very quickly, please, because the red light is
I
on.
think Mr. Jai is saying that when he comes to every award, he says the same thing. So it's get a little bit bothersome. Like maybe for you say variety, maybe for the table topics, I use guess the winner. For the next one, I say something else. Then it comes a variety. Rather than it's only one topic and everything, they can read what is your speech coming.
Okay, thank you, Hardip. Right, a bit of opposing views and differing opinions here. And we're all Toastmasters. We are all into what works best for our club members, right? Give me a thumbs up if you agree. Give me a virtual thumbs up. It's all about what works best for your members. That's the guiding rule for any Toastmasters meeting.